Hi, welcome to RedBarrelsExplode, your rundown of this week's gaming news. I'm Kevin. Let's get started. First up this week, Koji Igarashi, former Konami employee and director of some of the best-loved Castlevania games, most notably Symphony of the Night, started a Kickstarter this week for a spiritual successor to Symphony of the Night called Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. This seems to be endemic of Konami's general attitude towards video games and not really being interested in that space anymore. But I would recommend you follow the link below to the pitch video for this game, as it is remarkable. And of course, if there was any question that this kind of game could find a place in today's video game market, I think the fact that it made its goal in less than 7 hours attests that yes, there most certainly is. Also this week, Ubisoft announced that the next Assassin's Creed game will definitely be called Assassin's Creed Syndicate, as opposed to Assassin's Creed Victory, which was the rumoured title going around. It'll be out on October 23rd, but more interesting is the variety of ways you can spend money on this game, true to Ubisoft style. There are 5 different packages, starting out with the Standard Edition at £50, and the Big Ben Edition at the other end of the scale being £150. Another interesting thing to note about this game is that in the gameplay footage that's currently out there, we can see that finally, after 8 years in their stealth-focused action game, they have finally put in a crouch button. Also this week, after it was leaked a few weeks ago by Tony Hawk's caterer, where Tony Hawk 5 has been confirmed as a real game. It's being developed by Robomodo, who, if people remember, developed Tony Hawk Pro Skater HD, which was an amalgamation of the first 2 games that people felt didn't really hit the mark. They also developed Tony Hawk Shred, which was not well received, and Tony Hawk Ride, which was, not to put too fine a point on it, reviled by critics. Now, it's probably a little presumptuous to condemn this thing before it's even begun, so let's just hope that they can recapture what the originals had. In other more technological news, Oculus have finally announced the specs that will be required to run the retail unit of the Oculus Rift. They have said pretty much unequivocally that it will not work with laptops because of the chipsets that are in them, but that the specs that will be required to run it won't change over time, so that getting a PC that will run it should become more affordable. And finally this week, something I'm very excited about, Divinity Original Sin, which was initially a PC-only release, is going to be coming to consoles later this year. Now, it's coming out as a special enhanced edition, which means that it's going to have extra content and it's going to be fully voiced. They're also redesigning a lot of it to work with the controller, mainly the inventory system. Well, that's it for this week's episode. If you like the video, please subscribe, and we'll be back next week with more gaming news.